Hallo und herzlich willkommen zu einer neuen Folge Let's Play NBA 2K18. Ich befinde mich in den letzten Zügen meines Trainings und bin bereit fürs nächste Spiel. Das letzte Spiel war ja gegen die Golden State Warriors. Das haben wir gewonnen, damit die Serie wieder auf 2-1 gesetzt. Und ich habe miserabel gespielt, trotzdem gewonnen. Na gut, ich hoffe, dass ich diesmal gut spiele und wir trotzdem auch gewinnen. Ob es klappt, das seht ihr jetzt in der ersten Halbzeit. Viel Spaß beim Spiel.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. And it is Clipper basketball tonight as the Los Angeles Clippers go up against the Kings out in Sacramento. And guys, for the Kings, with a record of 3-7 over their last 10 games, they have been struggling. Wins hard to come by. We'll see if they can grab one tonight. And we'll see DJ on the court tonight, and if you follow shoe trends, then you'll know he just signed a huge shoe contract. What does that mean for a player like DJ?
You know, getting a shoe contract is a sign that you made it to the big time. They don't give contracts out to nobody, Ernie.
And not only that, he's got the shoe contract from the shoe contractor's shoe contract. You know what I mean? Like, the people who watch you get shoe contracts, they want to give him a shoe contract. Unbelievable.
What size shoe do you wear?
22.
Wow. Did you have a shoe contract?
Yeah.
Okay. I had a shoe deal for like 6 months. I really did, Shaq. 6 months. Yeah, 6 months.
DJ, what was the name of that 2 Chainz song you was playing earlier?
Feds watching?
No, that other one.
Oh, Bounce.
Yeah, I like that one. True. You want protein bar?
Nah, I'm good on protein, bro.
Just making sure. Remember to hydrate. Very important.
Let's meet the starting lineup for the visiting Los Angeles Clippers. At small forward, at point guard, Patrick Beverly. At the other guard position, Austin Rivers. At center, DeAndre Jordan. At the other forward position, Blake Griffin. The head coach of this team is Mark Rivers. Let's be Sacramento Kings. position. Standing 6'8", number 50, Sacramento. Once again, the Sacramento Kings.
Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast live from the capital city of California, Sacramento. You're in for a treat as we bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brett Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. You take a look at Los Angeles, pretty much the heart of the NBA season, and reflecting on how they've been executing, it has been solid.
And offensively as well as defensively, guys, they've been the better team in their first two meetings. I'm sure they know that a sweep of the season series is a real possibility.
I don't know if you have a coin there, but the other side of it would be that their opponent has been licking its wounds from the first two outings, plotting revenge.
So the Clippers win the tip. Hey, Brent, the season about halfway through, some teams really starting to sag. How bad do you have to be at this point to start thinking about rebuilding going into next year?
Well, I don't know. It's a bit tenuous, Kevin. Do you start talking about rebuilding or just giving guys on your roster now an opportunity to experience some NBA play, giving them high-level competition? You know, some of the players may be going to Summer League. They want to have a bit of confidence going to Vegas or to Orlando to expand their game. So maybe not so much about a rebuild as it is about gaining experience at the close of the season.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Griffin and Jordan, the front court. Rivers out there at Patrick Beverly. And it's Gallinari in at the small forward position. Now here's Hield. Defense is right there. Stolen by Beverly. And here we go. Beverly heading to the hoop. He gets it in there.
You have two things working here, the turnover and then the excellent finish.
And good job of transitioning end to end there. There was no hesitation.
Now here's Hield. He's coming off a 25-point game against the Lakers. Randolph can't hit.
Oh, and the D did not make that any easier. Can't fault the shooter for missing. That's a tough shot.
Here's Gallinari. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Zach Randolph.
Easy to forget that sometimes Gallo is 6'10", so skilled and is aggressive down there, making the D get physical with him.
Shoot two.
That free throw good from Gallinari. And you look at this Kings roster, and Greg, you can see the youth movement is in full effect.
Yeah, and Buddy Hield headlines the group as he comes over, and that Cousins trade, Skal Labissiere and Willie Cauley-Stein, also a big part of this team's future. And then getting Fox as a rookie to kind of run the ship, another great building block.
No good on the second free throw. Now, for his whole career, Gallinari has been viewed as a small forward, but Brent, every so often he'll find minutes at the 4, and with the way the NBA is going, I wouldn't be surprised to see him more often there than not.
Well, if he does transition, Kevin, to the 4 spot for Gallinari, the question is, who is it that he's defending on the other side? If it's a quick 4-man that has the same kind of range and can put the ball on the deck, that becomes a tough matchup for Gallinari, but certainly his ability to shoot the ball will provide space for other wing players.
Now here's Labissiere. His last outing, he had 8 points.
If there's one end of the floor that DJ takes seriously, it's the defensive end, and he loves to get up and reject those shots.
Pass to Rivers. The feed now to Griffin. He kicks it to Beverly. Jordan sets the pick for Beverly. Again, Los Angeles.
And Beverly using his athleticism there to create space.
The Kings have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And Temple kicks to Hield. Carter outside. Randolph sets a screen for Carter. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Dave Yeager. They've had a tough time so far against this team, losing both contests. He said they're really tough to deal with because of their intelligence and execution offensively. You have to play mistake-free basketball to get the upper hand. We just haven't been able to do that so far. See if tonight is any different. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. They watch their best effort defensively, knowing what a slick shooting team they're up against.
And I think they'd be smart to try to deny them the ball inside, guys. The best way to keep a team from getting hot is to not give them the easy looks down low.
Yeah, make sure there is no vacancies out there at the three-point line, Greg. This is a team that can really hurt you from all over the floor.
Here's Temple following the basket by DeAndre Jordan. Labissiere with the screen for Carter. Healed the pass to Randolph. Shoots over Griffin. Randolph can't get that one to fall. Clippers leading by 5. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
Like that he gets out and runs that time. That's well within the wheelhouse of Austin Rivers, finishing on the break.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Randolph kicks to Temple. Randolph a screen. Beyond the arc. Offensive rebound. Goes back up. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
And Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. First one falls for him.
They call it old school. That's what it is when you watch Zach Randolph play the game of basketball. He's got such great skill and touch around the basket. We call it the old man game, and I tell you what, he gets it done every night. Randolph was an Indiana State champion coming out of high school, so you know the pressure of the NBA doesn't bother him. There's nothing more intense than that when you talk about that Indiana high school tournament.
Here's Temple. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Lakers in Los Angeles. Right side, Randolph over Griffin. That doesn't go either for Randolph. You know, as you said, Greg, all the time, Zach Randolph can roll out of bed and beat you 20.
I mean, he's just a natural scorer. He can post up, he can face up, and he just stays with it. An excellent offensive rebounder. This guy just has that nuance to his game that's made him so effective.
For the Kings, they come in off the loss to Los Angeles.
And they couldn't get stops when they needed to. The opposition just too comfortable shooting the basketball.
And it's not that you have to take chances, but you got to step up your effort and try to get disruptive. They never did that. And on the road, that's a recipe for disaster. Yeah, this is where you might elect to pass out of the slump rather than shoot out of it.
And it's Randolph with the rebound. The Kings trail by 7. Now Heal. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Blake Griffin. The Kings shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And the first one at the line is good. And Brent, you were drafted by the Nuggets, but traded to the Clippers to start your career. What was it like being a rookie and living in Los Angeles as you adjusted to the league?
Well, I was super excited, Kevin, of course, to be drafted and have the opportunity to live out my dream of being an NBA player. But a lot of people were joking around with me that I don't think the Clippers are in the NBA. Just remembering how many struggles they had gone through and have gone through throughout the course of the franchise existence, coming up from San Diego, moving to Los Angeles. and never really finding a footing. But I learned a ton during my first year, having played under Coach Bill Fitch, a Hall of Fame member that has been around the league and won championships, and really embracing the opportunity to learn and grow and pour a foundation for what I was hoping would be a long and successful career in the NBA.
Here's Temple, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. This year, dishes to Heel. Back to Labissiere. Second shot opportunity, and it's Randolph getting it to go. Randolph's got 10 points in the game.
Great quarter at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Gallinari against Carter. Woke loose. Here's Harrell. Banked in off the glass.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
The Kings trail by 8. Temple to pass to Carter. Kicks it to Heel. Labissiere, the screen. And Buddy Hield, the centerpiece of the DeMarcus Cousins trade. Talk about what makes him, Greg, so intriguing.
Well, the Wooden Award winner in his senior season, he led Oklahoma to the Final Four. And how about leading the nation in three-pointers made? I think that can translate to the NBA level and could make him a difference maker.
First free throw is good.
And Hield is a player who you love to see take trips to the free throw line, as consistent as he is there.
Sacramento making some changes. Coley Stein comes in for Labissiere, and it's Bogdanovich in for Carter. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. DJ is checked in for Patrick Beverly. He hits both from the stripe.
And the Kings, for so long, had not been active in free agency. You have to like the moves this organization has made to bring in some vets in the offseason. Randolph and Hill bring a lot of experience and leadership to the locker room.
The Kings trail by 6. And stolen by Jordan. DJ with it. Dishes to Jordan. Rivers kicks to Jordan. And stolen by Coley Stein. Here's Hield. Great touch on the 16-footer.
You know, running the lane in transition can be a skill right there. Buddy Hield, relentless in getting himself to the rack.
And Greg, the Kings wanted to have veteran leaders, and that's what they've got right now.
And the Kings are in a rebuild mode, and you need vets to lead that process. Show the youngsters the right way to do things, and I think the Kings have started to make some very savvy moves here as they begin this rebuild.
Sacramento with the ball. Following the three-point attempt by DJ. Outside for Randolph. Back to Temple. Shot clock at 5. Coley Stein a screen. Temple can't get it to go. Los Angeles leading by 4 to the right side. It's Harrell, top of the key. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Jordan the screen. Gallinari against Bogdanovich. And Gallinari kicks to DJ. Lets it go from deep. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Outside Bogdanovich. In the corner, it's Hield. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
Where was the D on that one? Just too easy.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Jordan sets the pick for Rivers. Hit by Harrell, and the pass to DJ. Here's Jordan. Rejected by Randolph. Here's Temple. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
And one of the side effects of the Cousins trade was it did open up more playing time for Willie Cauley-Stein. I mean, immediately he was able to step in and fill those minutes and became a much larger part of their offense.
The Kings have been excellent at the free throw line here today, a flawless 6 for 6. The first free throw is good. Hey, Greg, when Cauley Stein got those extra minutes after the Cousins deal, you could see a change in his play. Much more aggressive, much more confident.
Yeah, you know, sometimes it just takes a clear path to minutes to change a player. Cauley Stein had been getting better and better before the trade. Having the team believe he could step in was a huge boost in his confidence and his play.
Brent, each coach has his strengths and they've got weaknesses, but if you needed someone to drop a play to get you one bucket out of a timeout, who are some of the names you turn to?
I think I'm going to turn to Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, possibly James Harden, because 2 points can happen after a free throw, right, Kev? So yes. I could get James Harden to the line, and then one LeBron James. That's not a bad list of guys to turn to if I need 2 points.
Absolutely. And then what coach would you have draw up that play?
If I don't say Pop, my life will cease to exist. I will say Greg Popovich in late game situations does a marvelous job. Not only, Kevin, of getting the ball to the guy that he wants potentially to get the game winner, but to have options and to make sure that that player sees those options in case something breaks down.
Can't hit that one.
Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
Outside, Bogdanovich. Kufis dishes to Temple. Here's the floater. Shot by Hield, nobody around. Again, Hield missing.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
DJ passes to Harrell. No good. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. Last time they came together was in Los Angeles, where they fell to the Clippers.
And their last time against this club, they really fell short at the free throw line.
Again, Hield missing.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Williams. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
And the missed opportunities for them at the line here early on.
And this Clippers team has been in the hunt for a deep playoff run for some time. Consistently tried to get a veteran bench to help them with that goal, and they've succeeded there, but it's come at the cost of developing young players.
Yeah, last season the Clippers were the oldest team in the NBA by average age, and they have not had many injections of youth to revitalize or develop the roster along with the success that they've had. And you know, that could be really important for a young player to watch a team do great things. They've relied on a lot of veterans, and there could be some cost or residual cost to not having some younger players.
And for the Clippers, they have had some success certainly over the last decade. Still, Brent, it's always going to be a battle for this team to fight for the love of the city of Los Angeles against the Lakers.
Yeah, Kevin, I just feel like that's never going to happen. It's a Laker town in Los Angeles, and even over the course of the past few seasons where the Clippers have had more wins and more success and more deeper runs into the playoffs, the Lakers still run the town.
Now here's Cauley Stein. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And Bogdanovich kicks to Hield. Off the screen. Misses off the left iron.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team. Yeah, like the edge Wells brings to the boards. Terrific at judging misses and then just pouncing on the board.
Outside, Bogdanovich. Now here's Hield. Not a lot of room. He dishes it to Cauley Stein. Cauley Stein, a screen. Bogdanovich wide open. And once again off the mark by Sacramento.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Here's Wells. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Kings trail by 6. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. DJ kicks to Harrell. Pass to Williams. He feeds it to DJ. Now here's Wells. Trains the three-pointer. And it's a 9-point Clipper lead.
And Wells has such a quick release. He's ready to pull as soon as the ball hits his hands.
And so it's Shammy Wells making things happen for the LA Clippers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And Clippers head coach Doc Rivers told us earlier, he wants to embrace criticism and embrace lofty expectations.
Expectations are good. I try to remind my players and myself at times that all the criticism, all the stuff is really a compliment. It's really good for you. It means that people think you can be something.
Ja, kurze Viertelanalyse. Ja, wir führen mit 8 Punkten, haben die eigentlich ganz gut im Griff. Zu meinem Spiel, ja, schade, dass noch keine Punkte rausgekommen sind. Irgendwie meine Dreier sitzen nicht. Ich weiß nicht warum. Im Training klappt es immer, dann im Spiel nicht mehr. Aber 2 schöne Defensiv-Rebounds, 1 Steal und noch nichts Negatives auf der Uhr. Und ich habe ja noch ein bisschen Spielzeit left, kann da noch einiges machen. Was ich ein bisschen schade finde, ist, dass ich noch keinen Assist habe, weil ich habe doch durchaus einige sehr, sehr gute Pässe gespielt. Nur leider hatten die Werfer dann genauso viel Pech beim Werfen wie ich und dementsprechend gab es keinen Assist. So kann es gehen. Ab in die zweite Hälfte.
Doc Rivers is really a master motivator, isn't he? I mean, it's almost jiu-jitsu, the way he takes something like criticism and turns it into a compliment.
How could you not want to play for a guy like that? He's the ultimate players coach and the kind of guy his players would do anything for.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
They're just not sitting back. They are going for steals, and their activity has been terrific.
Yeah, so that disruption is helping out because it's leading to some easy chances on the other end.
They've got Garrett Temple. Willie Cauley-Stein is out there with Costa Koufis. Then it's Hield. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 2. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Kings. Clippers leading by 7. Williams kicks to Reed. Pass to Griffin. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. And for Sacramento, they're shooting 31%, not looking sharp offensively, to say the least. Here's Temple. He's guarded by Williams. They get it again. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. Back to Temple. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. There's the pick. Back to Koufis. And he uses the glass on the layup.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Feeds it to Wells. Now the dish to Griffin. Here's Reed. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Griffin's got 3 assists now in this one. For the Los Angeles Clippers, they come in off a good outing against the Warriors in Oakland.
Just a terrific effort off the bench. Guys came in, they seemed fresh, and they all contributed.
Well, most of the time, guys come off the bench and just try to stabilize. Tonight, they got some serious points, and when you're on the road, it gives you unanticipated.
Oh, no way!
I mean, just beautiful.
Well, anyone looking for highlights? Because you just found one. How about the creativity there in the air?
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And here is Hield. 6 points for him. They set the pick. Launches a 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Hield's got 9 points.
Well, some confidence shown by the young Buddy Hield right there from beyond the arc. You know, at some point, he may be in that elite company of shooters who feel comfortable from out there.
Good ball movement here by the Clippers. 3-pointer. And a shot by Wells, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Temple, and he banks in the layup.
Artful passing on that play, showing a real desire to set up the teammate.
Clippers leading by 6. outside Williams. Pass to Griffin. It's in. It's his third field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
We always speak about what Griffin can do for you on offense with the basketball. Just gives you so much with his ability to face up or go to the basket. Very hard to contain in a one-on-one situation.
Williams with the steal. And now here comes Williams leading the break. Again, the Clippers.
Yeah, it's been about the fast break. Been real kind to him here early, and they are clicking in transition.
And with Griffin's ability to put it on the floor, he's a threat from anywhere in the half-court set.
Well, if they hesitate even for a second to help out, it's just too late. One step from Blake Griffin, and he can get to the rim. So much work he's put in during the offseason to become a more well-rounded offensive player. He's certainly doing those things on a consistent basis.
Ray, you played all 4 years in college after redshirting your freshman season. What kind of advantage, as you look back on that, do you think it gave you, if any, in preparing for the pressures and the style of the NBA?
I don't know so much, Kevin, if it gave me an advantage with regards to the pressures of the league, but certainly with regards to the physicality of the league, it's something that I desperately needed. Just a late developer, a late bloomer. I think I was about 175 pounds when I went off to college. Not a preferential playing weight for the NBA, so I needed that year just in terms of the maturity of what I needed physically.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Yorgos Papagiannis is checked in for Koufos. Labissiere comes in for Cauley Stein. And it's Carter in for Garrett Temple. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Hey, Brent, when you look at the All-Star balloting, it's amazing how many worthy point guards have to be left off the roster. How did the league end up with so many great players at that position all at once? It's an amazing story.
It has been an incredible crop. I mean, really the golden era of point guards. And the one guy who I feel really badly for over the course certainly of the last 5 or 6 seasons is one Mike Conley. Any coach in the league would take Mike Conley at the drop of a hat, yet he's dealing with over the course of his career.
Oh, that's a great dunk.
Freakish.
Man overboard.
Wow.
Now, Gallinari at that size can do a little bit of everything, and I like to see him dishing the rock.
Hield kicks to Bogdanovich. Now Labissiere looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's Carter. A beautiful reverse layup.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
Well, that's the second part of the equation there. Block out, be aggressive, and control the glass.
Gallinari outside. Stolen by Carter. And here we go. Carter heading to the hoop. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move. And he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
And well, last season for the Kings, they were in the hunt for a good stretch there early on, but kind of fell out of playoff contention and finally decided to pull the trigger and trade DeMarcus Cousins. It marked a major direction change that this team, I think, wanted to make.
And the Cousins deal, Greg, has really been examined. But what is clear is that the Kings wanted to get younger and start rebuilding.
And you can argue if the trade was the right move or not, but management felt it was. The team's thinking was they wanted to change the atmosphere of the locker room. Fully committed to bringing in youth and doing things from the ground up.
Well, Clippers and bad luck seem to go hand in hand. Just some tough breaks during the postseason for this franchise over the past couple of seasons, consistently matching up with tough teams in the playoffs and not ever quite getting over the hump.
And that one misses. And to add to the Clippers' woes, when they've been poised to be a contender, they've had to face some of the all-time great teams like the Warriors and the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah, it feels like that's the right spot for the Clippers to be, right, Kevin? I mean, for so many decades that the team, as soon as it found a competitive championship caliber roster, would end up facing foes that they did. Not only that, they had some injuries that set them back as well. So close, but not ever able to get over the hump.
Heel dishes to Bogdanovich. They set the pick. Labissiere inside, guarded by Jordan. Good D by Jordan. Rivers gets a wide open look. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Rivers has got 9 points. The Kings trail by 9. Bogdanovich with it. His last outing, he had 8 points. And there's the feed to Heel. Los Angeles leading by 9. Gallinari passes to Griffin. And he converts the layup. He's got 10.
The skills of Blake Griffin shown on that attempt, simply too much for the defense.
Hield kicks to Labissiere. Dishes to Carter. Back to Labissiere. Shoots over Griffin, and Labissiere gets it to go. Labissiere's got his first points of the night.
Well-coordinated shot mechanics, especially for a guy with his length.
Yeah, he's certainly able to shoot over the top of people. High percentage look right there from the mid-range.
The Kings trail by 9. Outside, Bogdanovich. They set the pick. Hield from outside. Second chance shot. And the basket by Papagiannis.
It's been their Achilles heel defensively. They just have not been able to control that backcourt.
And Beverly kicks to Gallinari. Griffin buries it down low. Griffin's got 12 now in this quarter.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
And so the ball is out of bounds. Bogdanovich touched it last. A different look for the Clippers. Harrell, he's checked in for Griffin. And DJ subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Here's Rivers. 8 points his last outing. He kicks to DJ. Jordan with a screen on Bogdanovich. And the pass to DJ. Harrell down low. Labissiere's there from deep. It's rebounded by Labissiere.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
Yeah, when your shot's in the fridge like this, it's easy to lose your confidence, and that's why some of the most prolific scorers, they have short-term memories.
Clippers leading by 9. Here's Rivers. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
I think what I'd like to see from him in this quarter is getting going from the perimeter. Hit a 3 in the first, nothing in the second.
Carter kicks to Hield. Over to the wing. Pass to Papagiannis. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And that's about as easy as it gets. Not many guys are going to blow wide open layups at the professional level like that.
And there it is for him. 6 points for Jordan.
That's why guys love lining up to play with DJ. Keep moving, get open, he'll find you. Sensational feed.
And stolen by DJ. Oh, and he pops it off the glass. Wow. Here's Bogdanovich. Kicks it to Hield. He dishes it to Labissiere. Carter with it. Now guarded by Gallinari. Here's Papagiannis. Whistle blows, but that's going to be a travel. And at the start of the new year, a look here at the Rookie of the Year race. Some great young players making their entree into the NBA. You look at DJ, he's got a lot of work, and I mean a lot of work to do before he can start thinking about awards like this.
And he's had a tough go of it here in his very brief NBA career so far. There were high hopes for him at the beginning of the year, but he's been a non-factor.
Well, it's been a rough start, but GA, it's still a start. And you know what? It's not how you start the season. It can be about how you finish, and before you get into that first summer, and be determined to come back better next year.
Clippers leading by 7. Rivers kicks to DJ. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession. And looking back at last season, here's a look at the 3-point and 2-point shot attempt averages for Los Angeles.
And no doubt they relied upon that 3-point shot to provide a big chunk of their scoring. That's been a trend in the modern NBA, and they took that philosophy and ran with it.
Sacramento's gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Hield kicks to Carter. 1:57 left in the second quarter. And it's blocked by Jordan. And here we go. Fast break. DJ's got it. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one is on Hield.
And that's the result that you're going to get when you drive into the lane before the D can get themselves into position. And DJ's not waiting around. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Shoot 2.
And he can't get the first one. Hey, Brent, we know there's a lot of jaw and a lot of communication out there on the floor. And when you were playing, who was the best trash talker you ever went up against?
Well, I played with the notorious one in Seattle by the name of Gary Payton. A lot of people put him pretty high up on their list. I also remember one Bonzi Wells at his time when he was with the Portland Trailblazers and Sacramento Kings, being a bit lippy. And then occasionally there would be a John Barry talking to me, but
really,
I never listened to him growing up, Kevin, so why would I listen to him on the court?
Good way to approach it. There's 1:38 left in the first half of basketball. Randolph dishes to Bogdanovich. On the wing, Hield. 6 on the shot clock, and he's good on the 3-ball. Hield's got a pair of triples in the second now for Sacramento. Clippers leading by 5. Alinari outside. He feeds it to DJ. .109 left to play here in the second quarter. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
Okay, and he has not made one shot in this one. Has to be on his mind every time he's pulling up.
Here's Carter, and there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul called on Los Angeles.
Yeah, Carter, just a freak of nature, one of the best dunkers the game has ever seen, a top-tier shooting guard who just embraces the spotlight.
That free throw, no good. Sacramento making some changes. Kufis checked in for Yorgos Papagiannis. And Garrett Temple subbed in for Bogdanovich. And then for the Clippers, Reedy's checked in for Jordan. Wells comes in for Gallinari. Lou Williams is subbed in for Rivers. He hits the second from the line.
Well, his body control is phenomenal, and his ability to get to the line has always been impressive. That's a huge part of his game.
Reed a screen. Here's Harrell, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. The Clippers have gone 5 of 8 from the charity stripe here tonight.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw.
And with their struggles at the line this quarter, that free throw percentage has dropped down to about 55%. That's not going to get it done.
No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
But let's see how they play the clock.
Passes it to Goofus. Here's Temple. He's guarded by Williams. Temple the pass to Randall. Sacramento again missing. Los Angeles leading by 4. DJ kicks to Reed, and the shot goes down. Reed's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's some good interior passing, and that's how you move it on the inside.
Down low. Here's Hield. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good.
That's got to feel good for the young player. Buddy Hield showing a full arsenal tonight offensively.
Blake Griffin getting it done for Los Angeles. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Vorher kurz die Halbzeitanalyse. Also erstmal das Positive. Kein Turnover, kein Foul in der ersten Halbzeit. Sehr, sehr gut. Außerdem 2 Rebounds, 2 Assists, 2 Steals. Das ist auch ganz ordentlich. Aber nur einen einzigen Punkt bei einigen Würfen. 9 Würfe. Keinmal getroffen, 2 Freiwürfe, einmal getroffen. Also das ist einfach 6. Insgesamt sind es sogar 15, oder? Nee, 9 sind es insgesamt. Ich glaube, das zählt zusammen. Also das muss in der zweiten Hälfte besser werden. Ob es das wird, seht ihr morgen. Wenn euch das Video gefallen hat, dann lasst einen Daumen hoch. Da dürft ihr das sehr, sehr gerne kommentieren. Und wenn ihr es noch nicht abonniert habt, dann abonniert es doch einfach. Vergesst aber nicht, die kleine Glocke zu drücken. Die befindet sich direkt neben dem Abonnieren-Button. Dann verpasst ihr nichts mehr bei uns auf dem Kanal. Und im Abspann, da könnt ihr jetzt auf die linke Seite des Bildschirms klicken für Tipps auf den Kanal, auf die rechte Seite des Bildschirms für die komplette NBA 2K18 Playlist und in der Mitte könnt ihr uns abonnieren. Und damit sage ich Tschüss und macht's gut. Bis morgen.